Glow Yard. Hey, we made it to summer. Let's get it. We made it to the finals, but we out for the summer. What an exciting season, what's next, I wonder. Relle and King with the glow, y'all done playback. When October comes, he said, Nico, run it back. We made it through the storm and we almost got the chip. We had some tough games, but now we ain't quit. We saw them boys come together, others fall apart. But most important thing, we saw our teams got heart. Luka making records and Kyrie making moves. When there's breaking news, Relle and King got it for you. When you wanna see some fan perspective views, when you on YouTube, make you know who to shoot. Whether you wanna talk or vent or who's who, just keep it respectful to my glow yard crew. At WTN, just to speak to the panel, and welcome to the We Talk Mavs channel. Nico, run it back. Nico, run it back. Nico, run it back. When October comes.
YouTube, Glow Yard Gang, MFFLs, podcast listeners all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of We Talk Mavs, members only edition, guys. Listen, man, y'all already know how we do every Friday, man. We just show love to our members in that special way. That show us love in that special way by throwing them a show, man. Listen, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and do us a huge favor, man, and subscribe to the channel for all things Dallas Mavericks, plus more, I guess you could say, because I know we kind of be off the rails sometimes, but mostly Dallas Mavericks. And also, too, everybody, please hit that like button, man. Hit that like button for us, man, so that way we build that algorithm to find more Mav fans like yourselves join the Glow Yard Gang. We definitely would appreciate the subscriptions, definitely for sure, because we're almost on our way to our fourth goal of 3K. And we definitely could use your help to get there. We're almost there. I think we're less than 50 away. I think we're a little over 40 something away. I think like 55 or something like that, or 44, whatever it is, like 44 subscriptions away, something like that. But yeah, listen, man, got a special guest in the building. A lot of y'all already know this guy. We have our Slovenian brother in here to grace us, man, with his presence to talk Dallas Mavericks and Slovenian basketball. But listen, man, we got to start this off right, King. Before we do all that, man, we got to show love to the sponsors of the channel, man.
Yes, sir. Before we continue, we want to give a special shout out to FANATICS for hooking the channel up with a personalized link for you guys and ladies to get all of your official NBA Dallas Mavericks merchandise and apparel. If you're interested in helping the channel at all, please scan the QR code on the screen or check out the link in the description. We appreciate all of the continued support, and big thanks go out to FANATICS once more for hooking us up over here at We Talk Mavs.
Yes, sir. It's never too late, guys. Matter of fact, you're probably right on time. Season is literally right around the corner. We got less than a month away before preseason starts, before training camp starts, and before media day starts. So you guys can always go ahead and copy some Mav gear by scrolling on down to that description box, clicking on that link to FANATICS, and copying you some brand spanking new Mav merch, guys. Not only does that help you, but it also helps this channel out in that special way, man. So we definitely would appreciate it by scrolling on down to the description box and clicking on FANATICS.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You ready to get to it, King?
I am. Let's do this, bro.
Let's bring on our guest, man. Yes, sir, man. We got Greg's court himself. Greg in the building, man. Straight from Slovenia.
That's
What's
right.
good, Greg?
All good here. What's up?
Nothing much, man. We just, I think, like I said before, I think we just anticipate, man, ready for the season, man. Especially with some of these moves, man, that the Mavs made. We definitely are ready for that, man. Well, Greg, you know how we do on this channel, man. You've been here before, man. We definitely appreciate you coming back. We definitely got to start off with this one, man. You know what? No, I'm gonna change it up. So let's start from the beginning. So the beginning of the offseason started with Luka going over to prepare for the Olympics and the qualifying games. As you know, Slovenia did not qualify. Let me just get your thoughts on that, man. Well, what's your thoughts when they did not qualify for the Olympics?
Yeah, cool. First of all, I would like to thank you guys and appreciate that you invite me again to your channel and to talk to you. I really appreciate that. And second of all, this intro is legit. I mean, this is perfect. I got chills all over my body. I just remember the last season, the last playoff run. It's amazing, and I'm really looking forward for this upcoming season. Anyway, Slovenia did not qualify for the Olympic Games. To be totally honest, we didn't expect that we would, because we had a couple of crucial players injured. Vlatko Čančar, who is obviously NBA champion with the Denver Nuggets, was whole season out. Also, Edo Muric he's also a member of starting five, and Luka was just having 2 or 3 weeks of rest just after NBA Finals. So we had quite a few problems. Anyway, we did had a chance. We did met with the Greece national team. We were expecting to meet them at the finals. Actually, we did them in the semifinals. Anyway, they were too good with Giannis and other guys, so we couldn't stand any chance. Very first game we played against Croatia, it was a bit of a disappointment. Not just only that we lost that game, but the thing that how we get into the game. Very first minutes, we lost first quarter for like 20 points, something like that. And I made some controversial comments about that game, about the opening of that game, and even a couple of girlfriends of national team guys members, they kind of gave me some message that I shouldn't comment like that. Anyway, that's a story, but it is how it is. Next season, after Dallas wins the NBA Finals, we'll get a chance to do a better job at the, I think, European Championship.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. As you know, too, covering Luka, following Luka his whole career, that was Luka's first offseason.
Yeah.
This is going to be his first offseason, true offseason, to where he's not going straight from NBA basketball right over to Slovenia, man. So, I know here we're kind of excited for that, because the fact that he finally gets an offseason to finally get his body ready, get his body rested up and all that stuff, just focus on his health, because we already know his game is good. Just getting his health, if his health is good, that'll lead to even making his game even better, right?
Sure.
Even though he put up 34, 10, and 9 or whatever it was last year on 50% shooting or whatever, right? There's still a level that he can reach, but we just need him to be healthy. And I think this offseason was a perfect chance for him to do that, with him not qualifying and everything, and then him finally getting a few months to actually rest and get his body right. But we also know too, man, Luka had a busy offseason, man, as far as playing in for for a friend of his, and Goran Dragic, that everybody knows. Man, I know you were there, you covered it. What was the experience like, man, being there and watching that game and seeing all those greats like Dirk and Nash and Luka and those guys being there playing in that game?
It was absolutely special. It was a special moment. It was a special organized thing. I mean, I believe I haven't been to that great organized game. Never, ever. It was everything from the beginning to the end, and so many special occasions, so many special players. Of course, Luka, and one more thing, Boban Marjanovic, the greatest applause for the audience, no doubt about it.
I believe it.
Crazy.
They love Boban.
When Boban came, everybody from the audience we just stand up, just put the applause on it, and it was great. So it was a special game with a special guest for a very special player for us Slovenia.
Nice. Yeah. You've just been to another tournament as well. You were talking to me about, Greg. Talk to us about that when you said, where were you? You went to Ljubljana again?
Yeah, that's right. That was actually a friendly tournament. Our club, Ljubljana here, was playing with some of the best EuroLeague teams. So that was Panathinaikos, who is obviously an EuroLeague champions, and Efes, who is a great team, and also a Bayern from Munich, Germany. These are all EuroLeague teams. Olympia Ljubljana right now is not in that top teams, not in the top tier right now, but we could check how good they are. It was a good tournament. We finished last anyway, but this wasn't on the on the perspective of a result, just in perspective how the new guys will form into the new team. And we as a fans, we could see a lot of good basketball here.
I'll throw you a second one. Have you heard about Daniel Gafford possibly
I was
playing
just
with
about
you
to ask
guys?
that. Yeah, I was about to ask that.
What do you think about that?
It's kind of a funny story. I'm not sure if you're fully aware of it. I can show you some details.
Okay.
It was a time when our national team, I think it was a president and Luka Doncic's father, Sasha, were just in Dallas, and they were having some meetings with the GMs of the Dallas and so on, and they just ran into Gafford in the parking lot. No,
Wow.
really. And Sasha, obviously the father of Luka, just said to the president of the national team here, what if we bring Gafford to the national team? I mean, yeah, we could, but we have to invite him to the meeting and so on. What kind of a meeting? He's here, right here in the parking lot. Come on. And actually, Sasha came to Gafford, talked with him about this opportunity for him. It could be a great opportunity also for him. And he said that he could consider playing for Slovenian national team, but this summer he was having some arrangement with the training camp already, and he couldn't cancel it. So probably in this offseason, if he will be healthy and if he's going to be motivated enough, he'll probably play for Slovenian national team. Yeah,
that's a good pickup. That's a nice pickup.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I'm just wondering if Gafford or Lively would be a better fit.
I ain't going there. I ain't touching
I
that.
would took both of them.
Absolutely. There you go.
Yeah.
Wait, how many people can you have outside of your country on a team?
Just one.
Just one? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that means go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think this is enough. You know, if it's not a player from your country, it should be one player or none. Because right now here in Slovenia, we don't have any great players in the center position. Our biggest player is Žiga Dimec. He is a member of national team for 10 years, but no one else stepped up into the center position. No one, because we're just so limited at this position. So we have to fix it.
You sound like the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
That might explain why every person y'all had that was on the national team that was at the center position were outside of Slovenia. You know, Mike Toby. You had Morgan was a couple years ago, and now you're trying to get Gafford. So right. I mean, I think Gafford would definitely help y'all guys out, man. Especially on the defensive side, he'll add some size.
No brainer.
Maybe slide some of those guys that the Slovenia guys who are actually centers, slide them down maybe as a power forward, I guess. That way it adds more size in that department. Because I think, man, the one thing do y'all have anybody coming down the pipe that's going to be kind of, like I said before, not on Luka level. We know Luka's different; he's out of worldly. Is there anybody else kind of like maybe in a Goran Dragic level coming up here, man, down the pipe that can kind of help Slovenia out here in the future?
I cannot say that a Goran Dragic type of a player.
Yeah, that's. But I said you going.
Yeah, not yet, but it's a funny thing because in youth competition in Europe here, we've been in finals in to 18 years old players and to 20 years old players. We've been in the finals this year. So we have a lot of talent. Just Slovenia has one problem. A lot of times we have a lot of talent in the, as I said before, youth players, but converting them into the adults basketball, into the EuroLeague or even NBA,
right.
We don't have a know-how to do it.
Understood.
Yeah, that's our main problem, I believe. If I can remember correctly, we had a American player also like 20 years ago playing for the national team, but it was not a center, it was a playmaker. His name was Ariel McDonald, and he is right now, I think he's a coach at some high school in the States, if I'm not mistaken. Ariel McDonald also played for Ljubljana club here.
So if Gafford is to make the team, that means y'all can't have Mike Toby and those guys no more, huh?
No. You can choose only one.
I mean, no disrespect to Mike Toby, but
No, it's no brainer here. If we're talking about those two guys, it's no brainer.
Gafford, if we saw what Dwight Powell was able to do helping out Canada in the games, you feel me? Yeah. Daniel Gafford with Luka Doncic. Yeah, that's a nice one.
They connected in this year's Dallas year. They connected like that, so it will be a same story in Slovenia.
Game 1, Greg. I was at game 1. Game 1, really? They connected. Yeah, he had a double. What he had like 19 and like 13 or something like that per game. Something crazy, like 2 blocks or something like that. Man, he was going off in that game, man. Speaking of Daniel Gafford and the Mavericks, man, let me get your opinion on the Mavs coming up in this season, man. You saw some of the moves they made. Let me just get your opinion on it, man. To grade this offseason for the Mavs, what do you give them as a grade?
As a grade, I think you have a grade from F, the lowest, and to A, to the greatest, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Probably A minus. I'm very satisfied. Really, guys. Why? Because bringing Klay Thompson alongside playing with Luka Doncic, alongside playing with Kyrie Irving. Come on. You're going to stretch the floor and you're having the Klay Thompson on your team? I mean, this is like a guy who will shoot like 70% if he's open on threes.
Sure.
Oh, man.
Tell him again, Greg.
I mean, come on, man. If you know how Luka plays, the whole world knows how Luka plays. He will find you. Find you. If he's not going to find Klay Thompson, he will find Kyrie. If not that, he will find Gafford on the alley-oop. I mean, we are going to be dangerous. Trust me on that.
Yeah, like I've said before, Greg, just that one piece. We just talking about Klay Thompson, right? That one piece is going to open the offense up in multiple ways. Like you just said, you can't leave that guy open. This ain't Tim Hardaway, right? You leave this guy open, he will make you pay. And with him being out there, he hits enough of those shots. Defenses are going to start paying attention to him. And then guess what that does? It opens the lanes up for Luka and Kyrie, and it also opens up the lob game for Gafford and Lively. So just that one piece, man. Like shout out to Nico, man. Shout out Nico knows how to construct, man. That's what I like about this GM that we have, man. Like I said, he has a vision. He sees just adding that one piece can open up a whole lot of doors for a lot of people, man.
You know why PJ Washington talked about like playmaking and all? Because he's going to be the most wide open guy ever this year. When I'm talking, I mean, of all time this year, he's going to be sitting there with the ability to take 3 steps, 4 steps if he wants to, whatever. Like,
because the defense is going to be concentrated on other players.
Yeah, like he's going to. This is going to be a major year for PJ Washington as well. He has to take some type of step, and I think he will take a step. I know other folks are like, well, PJ from last year, but he's going to get a bunch of wide open shots and a bunch of opportunities to do something, and he has to do something with them. It's not about getting a bunch of points, but just being efficient and being able to knock down when you get the opportunity. So,
and also, if I may interrupt, sorry, also bringing other players like Dinwiddie back. He's kind of treated like a veteran here, but he knows Dallas. He knows other players. He played with Luka before, and also the Grimes from New York. I mean, these are all great players. And one more thing, we have rookie from the last year, Lively. I mean, he's going to be 1 year older, 1 year more experience. I mean, this guy is going to be a force.
Yep.
So I'm extremely excited for this season.
And shout out to Chris, man. Hendo, man, he had a good point. Remember, man, Dinwiddie was our 3rd option a couple years ago.
Yes.
Now he's going to be just a guy. And just imagine what he did with us. It just take that element, and you just a guy now that adds depth to your team, man. And that's, man, I can't wait for the season to start, man. I'm just ready to see all these pieces be put together, man.
We like 12 deep. For real, like that's what we like. 12 guys deep, us, and that's including Maxi Kleber and him at the end of the bench. You feel me? Like this, I can't wait for this year, man. Like we didn't even talk about Najee Marshall. Najee's going to be amazing. The knife, man. Like he's just one of those players that fits this new like identity that Nico Harrison has created, man. And I'm just Nico has just changed. We went from what is this team going to do with Luka? Like, is Luka going to run away? No identity. What is going to happen? Could he ask for a trade before the next contract? To one of the best Dallas Mavericks teams I've ever seen.
Plus, we have one more. I would call him a hungry dog, hungry for opportunity on the bench. Jaden Hardy.
Jaden Hardy, I knew it.
He played great in the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
He played great. He just only had a couple of minutes, but he contributed great.
Let me ask you too, man, about this team. So we got Dinwiddie, like I said, right? But remember, we still got Dante Exum. A lot of people forget about that. Do you see Dinwiddie maybe getting minutes over Dante Exum, or do you see them kind of using Dinwiddie sparingly and then continuing to use Dante Exum as that third option? I'm a third ball handler. Like, what do you see, Greg?
I'm expecting Exum to have more minutes. Why? I don't know. Maybe just because he was with the team even the last year, but that can change during the season. Maybe the DVD will get into the great shape, get into great shooting positions. I don't know. So it can all change. I think both of those players can contribute in a good way for the Dallas. So I'm not even that worried about who is going to get more opportunity, more playing times. I'm just convinced that both of these two guys and others, of course, will fit great.
I agree.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely find out during preseason, man.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna find out during preseason.
It's just good problems to have, right? Like
it really is.
If Dinwiddie, you can really go into the season saying, "Hey, you know what? Exum, you was on the team last year. Let's rock with you right now. Give you the minutes, and he can prove himself. Like you got competition. That's the best thing in sports is competition at every position.
Exactly.
And you do that. So once you got the competition, if Exum is not out there performing and not being the Exum we expect him to be from the beginning of the season, last year before the injury, then hey, we got Spencer Dinwiddie now, who you said was the third best player on the team just 3 years ago. So, or even 2.5 years ago before we got Kyrie, he was the second best player on the team at that point. So,
so let me ask both of y'all this then. Knowing what we have as far as a team, I think we all here on an agreement that this is a championship contending team. What is y'all's trust meter on Jason Kidd going into the season?
Who's going to start?
Okay, all right. So you guys are going to tear him apart. So pause. So I'm gonna go on the other side then. My trust meter right now for my coach is a 10. I'm gonna go 10. I'm gonna go 10. And I know you like, wow, this is you're going back and forth. He took us to the finals. This is 2 out of the last 3 years is Western Conference Finals and Finals. I've never seen as much success being a Maverick fan as I've had in this, just short amount of time as I've seen with Jason Kidd. Kidd does some wild things, but it always comes back to I feel like getting him his guys. Like he plays games and he wants what he needs, I guess, and he goes from there and works with it. But I think we have the guys this year, and I don't think Jason Kidd. This is a cross my finger moment again, bro. Like I ain't saying this type of stuff, and then trying to get Jason Kidd. What are you doing?
Day one. He doesn't start Luka. Like, wait, what?
But all right, I'm gonna take a point off. Give him a 9. Then I can't say 10. 9. I gotta have wiggle room. But yeah, I'm gonna say a 9. Jason Kidd. I think he has his team though. This is the team Jason Kidd always wanted. This is a team he's ready. He just went to the finals with the team that may not have been the complete team that he wanted. He got Klay Thompson and all with him. I don't think he throws jabs at the teams no more. I think we go out and try to handle business. I think this is the year where we the bullies. I really do. The way Jason Kidd talks this year, I think is going to be different. I think this is the year we expect to beat guys. We are that team this year, and we should go out there playing like that. I hope so.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I'm not the biggest fan of Jason Kidd's basketball strategy and philosophy, but as you've mentioned before, we came to the finals and we beat on the way some great teams. Maybe even they were a bit better if you were seeing the roster from before. I was really afraid from the fan standing point, the games versus the OKC and even the game versus the Minnesota. after we were in the finals, I mean, these are the finals. You don't play the finals, you play finals to win them. Anyway, we were short that time. New opportunity this year coming. If I'm looking at the situation this way, if Jason Kidd had a something to do with this year's roster, he did a great job. And I do believe that he had some words with picking the players in a conversation with Nico and other members of the team. So he started in a good way. Let's just transfer this into the season. Let's make a good start, and eventually the other teams will fear us. And I think this is one of the keys for the upcoming season, and let's just hope for the best. I'm giving him a 8.5.
Ooh, okay. A few things, man. This is probably the first team that to answer what you said, Greg. I think he did have something to do with not getting Clay, but I think he had something to do with like wanting Clay on the team or whatever. I think because I think he talked about that, I believe.
Yep.
You know, they were kind of getting Kyrie to talk to him and get him over here and everything. I think he really wanted Clay. Like I said, he probably saw like what Nico saw. Like you could see that at that one piece that could open up a lot of doors for a lot of people. But another thing too, I think this is the first team that I can think of right now, in my opinion, that does not have any holes on this team. We're usually going into the season with like, man, we got to get one more big, or man, we got to get one more backup point guard, or man, we got to get one more wing or whatever, right? This is the first year that I can ever think of, man, as a being a Mavs fan, where I can say we're set. This is it. I'm ready. I feel like this team going into the season can be a favorite to win a championship, right? With all that being said, if like King said, seeing what Kidd did in the finals, with that team, we weren't 100% complete yet. We were still missing a couple more pieces, maybe one. Mm-hmm. Now we got those couple of pieces. Take that same philosophy that you had in the finals and implement it here in the beginning of the season, man, and start from none of this wait 20 games and go 10-10 stuff. We're talking about like you come right at the gate, be aggressive, know your rotations, let everybody know what their roles are, utilize every weapon that you can, the correct weapon at the time. Like none of that, this guy actually better than him, but now we're gonna play the Dwight Powell stuff. None of that. Utilize what you have, man. You have all the pieces that you need. You have all the pieces. You have a healthy Luka coming into the season. You're gonna have a motivated Kyrie. You're gonna have a motivated Klay Thompson. You got pieces on this team that you can literally plug and play. We got pieces that we added to this team that was exactly like the pieces that we let go.
Yep.
Except they can do better things. Like Klay, pretty much Tim Hardaway. I talked about this before. Najee's pretty much Derrick Jones Jr. And of course, Grimes is pretty much
Josh Green.
You know what I'm saying? So you got these same type of players. Kid got to do the right thing, man. So with that being said, I'm like King. I'm hoping. Yeah, I know how I've been the last couple of years with Jason Kidd, man. I'm hoping, but I'm gonna give him a 6.5.
Let me twist your question around, because I think I know why you're giving him this answer. If I was to say, hey, we made it to the playoffs, what's your confidence in Jason Kidd? What would you say?
It'd be high.
It'd be high, wouldn't it? You'd be like, man, I got like a 9, 10.
You know what though? This is what I was thinking the other day. I'm gonna tell you this. I was thinking about this the other day while I was at work. Is this team so good that we don't have to worry about Kidd anymore? Are we to that point?
I don't think we that. So I don't want to frame it like that.
I
think Kidd just has.
You see what I'm saying though?
Yes, I think we don't have to worry about him effing up, if that makes sense. So it's no longer the worry of him effing up because he has the team. So it's like
we got a team. We had teams where we need you to go far and beyond as a coach.
Basically, everybody can play. Basically, everybody can play. Like go ahead and let guys play. I'm let the guys get a couple minutes. Let's go play ball or whatever. Just about your rotations and all, and how you can keep guys fresh and all. But I think Jason Kidd is fine as far as that. Like, he just has to come out the gate and just not be stupid, man. Like that's all I'm hoping for Jason Kidd, because I believe in Jason Kidd. I've seen his playoff track. I've seen his resume enough. 2 out of the last 3 years, he's went above and beyond with the teams he shouldn't have, as Greg said a second ago, with teams that probably aren't the best on paper and gotten them to places they probably shouldn't have been. Like, that's amazing. I have to give credit. The playoffs are weighted for me. Like, they give you extra credit. And your regular season may be suspect and all that, but he hasn't had the right, team together for the regular season yet. Like at all points, it's kind of the reason why I said to you that this team is the best team I've ever seen before, because those other teams you talked about didn't have a center.
Yeah.
This team has a center. You feel me? Like this
Whoa. They had Dwight Powell. What are you talking about? Greatest analytical player of all time. Don't do that.
I'm sorry. But I'm just saying them other teams. But even back in the day in 2003 and all that, the other Mav teams we talk about they didn't have what we have right now. They in 03 was it Rafe? Was it Rafe at that point? Rafe
it was Rafe. Yeah, because we had Van Axel never think in 03.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Rafe LaFrance.
Yeah, it was.
And then in 2007, it was still Dan Pierre, right?
It was Dan Pierre and Job. Yeah, it's kind of Job. Yeah,
so that's why I'm saying.
Dan Pierre. Sorry, it was Dan Pierce. Yeah. Job left.
So I still think this year is the best year because of all of that. Like Jason Kidd can only mess things up, and this is a big year for Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd really this is a lot of people's year to decide if they're a Jason Kidd fan or not. Like I think
I was about to say,
this is it.
If he do what we expect him to do, he could change a lot of people's minds, bro.
Yeah, bro, he can be the greatest Maverick coach of all time. It's still there. It's not like it's crazy to think that. Like it's he's been to the finals and the conference finals already in 3 years. He gets a chip. Like who? Is Rick Carlisle better than him?
I mean, Rick only got the first round twice.
You've been to the finals once, right?
Been to the finals once, and like what was it? How long was he here?
To 11.
Yeah, he got it in 11, but he was here. What year did he come? 2008.
2008. Yeah, 2008. He left in. He'd been in what? 4? This is 4th year.
2020.
Yeah.
2020.
2022. Right. 2021.
Yeah, 2021. Yes,
2021. Okay. So he was here for basically a little bit over 10 years.
13.
About 13. Yep, 13 years he was here. He'd been to the finals once, and then out of the first round 2 times. And Jason Kidd, if he wins a championship, would have been to the finals twice, and been to the conference
3 times.
Been to the conference finals 3. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. He
got a chance, bro.
Playing the game, man. Like he's there, man. I think that's the reason we get so mad because we know.
Yeah, but I say we know he can do it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like we know he can. We see him before. Like, bro, you could have just did that the first time, Yeah. But yeah. My bad, Greg. We was going on a rant.
I'm sorry. Jason Kidd does that to us. I'm sorry.
But nah, man. Like I said, I'm just ready for the season, man. Greg, what's coming up next for international basketball that deals with Luka? Because I know the Olympics just passed.
He went to China.
Is there anything coming up? Is there anything coming up this summer for him?
Anything else?
Yeah, I believe we have an European Championship right now going on because the World Championship was over. The Philippines and I don't know in which country else. Right now next summer is European Championship. Yeah.
So is Luka still there, or is he? Is he still there now? Has he left yet?
I'm not sure, but if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Dirk Nowitzki has a charity tennis tournament right now?
Oh, that's
Luka has to be there. He's
usually that's next week, I think.
Probably so. So Luka might
something
be.
Like
if he's not back, he's probably about to come back.
Yeah, because Clay gonna be in it.
He had a couple of practices here in Ljubljana. I know about that. And then he went to the Dražen Petrovic Memorial Game. Have you heard about that? Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
You remember the late great?
Oh yeah.
I was there also.
Hey, I got jersey in the closet right now, Greg.
We're gonna do our next We Talk Hoop Goats. We're gonna do a Dragan Petrovic game. We're gonna watch one. So
yeah, we gotta show the folks him, man. I remember when he passed in '92, man. I was a kid, and when I watched him play, I was like, "Yo, who is this dude?" Like a lot of people don't know. I think if he had continued his full career, man, he could have been on a Luka type level, man. That dude was that good, man. Like he was. I remember a lot of players like Reggie. Yeah, like I remember like Reggie Miller, them guys were talking about him. Jordan was talking about him. Like they was like, "Yo, this dude was a beast, man." I remember I was a kid. I was like, "Yo, who is this guy?"
Yeah.
He just played out there with no fear. Like he didn't care who was guarding him. Like Jordan, Reggie Miller, whoever, bro. Like
There's a lot of guys though, bro. It's before they allowed the European players to take over the league. But like even Manu, bro, Manu was nasty. Like Manu was one of the best two guards in the league, just skill wise and all. And they were like, play off the bench and all that. But Manu beat the Olympic team, right?
Yeah, Argentina.
Yes,
Argentina was it 04?
Yep.
Yeah. I was
international guys.
I was I had like a love-hate relationship with Manu, man. Of course, he played for the Spurs. I was supposed to dislike him, but as a player, I was like, yo, man, listen, you gave me Manu, bro. I would have been happy, man.
Yeah, I know he in Argentina, but still, just talking about international in general.
Yeah.
I remember
Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol.
Rubio.
Yep. Rubio.
Wait, no, I think he's naming that team off. I'm like, was Rubio on that team?
No,
Rubio was Spain. No, Rubio's Spain. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I was talking about the guys that are just like international guys that are that could play the game. Like I think we talked about before, like Tony Kukoc, bro. Like Tony Kukoc was nice. That was a time when the league just wasn't ready to let the European or international guy just be the leader of the team or be the star of the team.
And Jordan and Pippen hated on him.
Yeah, because they knew Kukoc was nice. That's why they knew Kukoc was nice. But you had some decent players. Like I said, Petrovic was nice. I think who else? Detlef Schrempf. Yep, before his time. Yeah.
Arvydas Sabonis.
So Sabonis didn't come over super late. Mm-hmm. Remember, he didn't come over there. I think he tore both his ACLs at that point.
Mm-hmm. I say what the first time I was exposed to him, man, was probably during the Olympics when they played in '92.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I didn't know who this dude was. I'm like,
Tony Parker is nice. Like, I think Tony Parker is starting to get underrated. I saw Tony Parker used to cook us. Cook us.
I don't remember none of that, King.
Oh, okay, you didn't remember that. I didn't see Tony Parker cook a bunch of people. I saw Tony Parker cook LeBron in the finals.
My eyes closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of European dudes that have been legit, but they just were afraid back then, thanks to like guys like Powell and Dirk and all this stuff. Got Giannis is now Joker and all that, and Luka. That European guys and just international guys in general. Joel Embiid, don't want to leave him out. Get the show off now, so that's awesome, man. Like I love the game now. I love that the guys that are the most talented just get the show off now instead of just being American guys. Is to have it be American.
So, Greg, if Slovenia didn't win, were you rooting for Serbia? Or is it like a competition thing? Like, no, we don't.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
No. We love our neighbors here. Well, some of us do, some of others don't. Anyway, of course I was, because the playing style of Serbia is much close to the Slovenian. If we don't have Luka on it, because Luka is just too good for our national team. But anyway, the type of basketball that past Yugoslavian trainers got into our blood, this is the basketball that I like the most. So obviously, I did cheer for Serbia, definitely. Yeah.
Bro, did you cheer for Canada?
That's probably about to equate it to, bro. It's like a cheer for like Canada or something.
Did you cheer for Canada or Mexico? Well, Mexico wasn't there, but
Mexico wasn't there. Yeah, cheer for Canada. Like, nah, man. I did have my Dwight Powell. Have my Dwight Powell Canada jersey on.
Yeah, because of the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, I don't like his character. Man, he's so annoying.
Ooh,
no, I respect
rivalry all over there, man. I like it.
So I respect him as a basketball player, but his character, I don't like the character.
You let ESPN and those others tell you, Greg, he's better than Luka, man. They got him as winning the MVP, and they got their team as the clear-cut favorite and they're number one. Yeah,
but we just beat him in 6.
You just beat him in 6 in the second round, not the Western Conference Finals. Yeah, either could have been 5.
It's half of Luka's body.
And that's what I keep telling everybody. Luka was injured basically all playoffs. Like, imagine him being healthy like he was before.
Yeah,
double bloody knee up out
position in his body.
He broke records for just NBA history in the playoffs last year, and it was his worst playoffs he's ever had. Think about that. That was his worst playoffs as far as statistically averaging he's had. And he led the whole playoffs in like points, assists, rebounds, steals, and all that.
Instead of averaging 30, average 29.
Yeah, you feel me? Like instead of 32 on 50%,
had
but
what?
even the
What?
assist and all that.
You had 29. What
doing
happened? What's wrong?
That's
You used to average 30. What happened? You average 29. You struggle. What's wrong?
you get a healthy
Like,
Luka, it's a wrap, man. Like I said, y'all it's gonna be dangerous. I'm waiting
Oh,
for this, man.
that's what I'm asking, Greg. Greg, man, I know you seen you were there. You saw him. You saw Luka's transformation, man. How is he looking right now to you, man? As far as body wise.
Uh, yeah, it's a funny story because when I was watching the Goran Dragic game, he was kind of out of shape looking guy. But after that, like two weeks after that, he was practicing in the gym here in Ljubljana, and he was just taking a picture with two guys there. He was fit. So I was kind of I didn't know what the hell is going on. He was like really looking out of shape, and right now this is the whole new picture. He is with the muscles and everything. I don't know. I think he is in a good shape. I'm pretty sure.
So he was big during the Dragic game.
Yeah.
I thought it was just maybe his jersey or
It looked
something.
like he had a big jersey on and all, but he was looking big though, as far as his size. Pause.
Yeah, that's one. That's probably one of the reasons why he looked fat. Yeah, but the jerseys were like made like they weren't like fit body jerseys. There was like a regular size, something like that.
That's why I figured, man, because yeah, that's what I know that when they saw that clip of him doing that dribbling down the court real slow and he doing that little small, slow Euro. That's when everybody was kind of like, oh, he out of shape and blah blah blah. And then like you said, then a few days later we see him standing next to two dudes and he's like real slim and it's like. So folks were like, maybe somebody either photoshopped it or that's the jersey. Yeah, it's like I don't know, man. Do you think he's too small, Greg?
On my DMs, I was. Sorry, what?
No, I was gonna say, do you think he's too small, or you think he's probably at the right size he needs to be? Because remember, a lot of that size helped him to kind of move guys out the way and get to the lane a little bit.
That's one thing, but I believe that he was in the best shape of his life during the bubble Orlando. He was so quick.
Yep.
You remember that, guys?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's what I say, bro. He's you gotta think about it.
He was moving so fast at that moment.
Mm-hmm. Even if he's thinner, like he's still 6'7". So to go from like a 260 pound
right now is like 3 seconds late.
It's okay, Greg. So from going from like 260 to like 230 is you're still one of the heaviest point guards in the NBA. So I don't get worried about Luka. He can post up other guys. He's tall enough. He's skilled enough. It's about him it's about basically changing fat to muscle and then going in and like getting his quickness and all that. I think he'll always be fine. I don't think he's, like I said, if he's getting slimmer, he's probably bulking up as far as muscle and all that. That's the way it's supposed to work. And then he's just getting thinner and he'll be perfectly fine. He'll just be more in shape. I think he'll be fine.
Listen, Greg hit the nail on the head. He said the bubble.
Yeah.
What have you been hearing me say this whole time?
You always say the bubble, bro. The bubble was when he couldn't leave the bubble and everybody. That's when we needed Dwight Powell. See, that's when Dwight Powell became Superman because the whitehead guys in the gym working out between Dwight and Tim Hardaway Jr. did seriously because that's what they stay in the gym. They say they tried to compete to see who would get there first or whatever. I think that's when they said, but Luka was in the best shape of his life, man, when he was in the bubble. Him, KP, all them dudes, like, I don't know what was going on. KP, man. If only KP would have stayed healthy, man. What could have been? Yeah, bro. I think we could have won it that year. Like that was one of those years where we could have. I really think we could have won it. That's one of those other years. You're like, man, what year could we have won it? If KP was healthy, man, if we'd have beat the Clippers, we could have beat anybody else.
We best agree.
Oh, those were the series. Yeah. Oh God. I was just wondering if you guys saw the photo when Nikola Jokic took the jersey down. It was a party just after the bronze medal, something like that. And Nikola has like a beer belly.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, guys. And He's playing on the MVP level every single night. We here in Slovenia and in the countries of former Yugoslavia, we like to think you have to play basketball with only one muscle, right here.
Your brain. I knew he was going to say that.
Well,
Nikola he's a center as well, though, too.
Wasn't they killing Shaq too when he was out of shape?
Chet, you said?
No, Shaq.
Oh shit! Oh, absolutely.
And so I be wondering why he don't get that same slack as Luka, and you know, and him with him saying a lot of times he don't care about basketball and all that.
Because he wins trophies and he wins MVPs and all, so you get the benefit of the doubt when that happens.
Yeah,
but
he said all
you get
this.
to change the narrative.
You saying all this during and before you winning MVPs. Luka ain't said none of that or did none of that, and he's not getting MVPs, which I don't understand.
But Joker
they use a narrative of out of shape for Luka to not get MVP. You see this man not in shape and saying he don't really care about basketball, and he gets MVPs. I'm just I don't make any sense.
I don't disagree with you at all. Yes, you're 100% right. I'm just saying that Joker did though. I don't think he's in the greatest shape. But he did change his shape from where he was when he first came into the league, though. When Joker first came into the league, he looks completely different than what he looks like now, as far as the shape of his face and all of that. You feel me? So
you say Oliver Miller?
Yep, basically. But yep, that's exactly. So I think, like I said, Joker he has put in the work, but I don't think he's like he loves being in the gym though. I don't think Luka loves being in the gym.
No.
I think Luka does love being in the gym.
Nah, I don't think he. I think he loves being in the basketball gym on the court.
Just a little.
Well, that's what I meant.
No, I mean the gym.
Oh, you talking about the gym? Oh, okay.
The gym, yeah. I don't think either Luka or Joker love to be in the gym as far as pumping weight. Nah, they just do it because they have to do it, but I don't think they like it.
Yeah.
No, I agree. We'll get some of these questions and comments, man.
Yes, sir.
Get to some of these questions in the comments, man. Yes. Listen, man, got y'all's questions and comments coming through. What we're gonna do is hit these super chats first, man, and then we're gonna address the comments real quick. Joe with the 499 don't know, which y'all already know he's a member. Says thanks to our guests for his time and insight. Many thanks to Relle and King for the We Talk Mavs outstanding content. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, Joe.
Appreciate you.
All right, it's on me. Johnny B. You didn't put WTM, but you taking shots. I'm gonna read it.
Oh, my bad.
You good?
Go ahead.
You taking shots, so he said CPT time every week. You don't gotta put T in CP time when you say time, Johnny B. Oh, I'm sorry, Big J. Just let him do that.
Did a team?
Let me see. Johnny B also says, though, I don't get how people think OKC getting Caruso / Hartenstein is an A+, but Mavs getting Clay, Spence, Quentin Grimes, and Najee is an A-. I'm confused. I mean, I'm fine with it. It ain't a big deal to me, though, Johnny B, when people be saying, I don't get it either, but as long as we all getting A's, or the Mavericks getting an A, I'm fine.
Hey, you know what's funny, man? Well, Johnny been on that OKC thing, man.
Yeah. Johnny B, I rolling this year like you did last year on OKC if they don't come out the gate like swinging, man.
I keep trying to tell folks, man, a lot of that had to do with the fact that they were the healthiest team in the league last year, man. If they hit a snag on that health, we're gonna see how good they are and how great these people say they are. So
if Caruso like track record stays like
they were healthy and young.
If Caruso track record stays like it was though, and he gets injured, knock on wood, that's a big blow for them.
Yep, huge blow. Pause.
Yep. Pause. Let's see. What up, Richard? I saw your comment too about the last show, Richard. I absolutely would have you on the show with either Dwight or Maxey, man, and I will let them know beforehand that nothing's personal and all that. They couldn't take that I have your side. Pause. Absolutely, Richard. But he says, as long as Mr. Dumont has made it clear if we trade for a player, then you pay them or play them, then I trust Jason Kidd. It's always been his lineups that's the problem. Facts, Richard. And I think now we got players where he got to play, except for Maxey and Dwight. But I hope, man.
Hey, it's been other stuff too, but
I pray Maxey and Dwight don't get played this year, man.
So you saying just rotate PJ and Najee out at the 4?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not mad at it.
And Omax.
Okay, not mad at it.
You feel me? Like we have 3 guys. Give Omax a chance, but I don't need I don't know.
You said one more chance, no biggie.
Richard says we close, Relle. It's not perfect, but it's really close. So yes, kid has to show up.
So what we missing, Richard? If we close and not there yet,
we need another superstar, Richard.
Yeah, we talking about getting another one. Like we got 3 All-Stars / future Hall of Famers on our team.
Richard said he don't want another superstar though. So I don't know. What up, Ben? He said we are already better than OKC. They have to catch up to us. Facts.
That's why I never understood. It's like how they leapfrog Dallas and Minnesota, and all of a sudden they're the best team in the West.
Yeah. But what up, Lock? The Mavs Spear now, aka formerly known as Lockbox ENT. What up, bro?
Yes, sir. Yeah, you threw me off, Lock, when you changed your name. But yeah, I like that name though.
What up, Tyler? He says if you make the gym competitive, Luka would take it seriously. Facts. You got to find some way to do that to say, he can beat you. And he's like,
yeah.
And
that is true.
Look at that, bro. That's it, man.
Oh, that's it, man. But yeah, that's quick. Let's see anything else in here. Yeah, there you go, Black Noir. Say smash that gas on that like button. Yes, sir, man.
On your way in, like pause, and your way out. Pause again.
Yes, sir. But that's all we got. I guess it's gonna be a short show, man. Unless you want to bring up some of the guests on the channel up on the stage, man.
I mean, we can if they want to do that. You got to you want to show love to Playback real quick there, and then we can bring the guests on the stage. I put the link in the
link in the bro. Yeah.
Yep.
You said show love to winner. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all can follow us also on Playback, where we stream all the Dallas Mavericks games there. Also, too, all the wrestling events King takes care of. And also, too, we also stream old school NBA games. So you guys can follow us on Playback. All you got to do is download the app. It is absolutely free, wherever you get your apps from. Playback. We miss a King?
No, I ain't had nothing to say.
Oh, I thought you were going to add something else.
No, I was putting the finger up for acknowledging the tribal chief.
All right, let me see. Let me Nope, that's the wrong one. Or is it?
Hold up. Johnny B said I'm on a helmet this year, King. They better come out the gates 15-5. Hell yeah, Johnny B.
Hey.
Oh man, they got a couple more. Hold on. Richard says Whaley and is it Twartford would make us perfect. Dwight and Maxey. I got you. You just want Dwight and Maxey off the team, Richard, and would be perfect. I understand now. And Big J says we made it to the mountaintop and got better, and somehow they have us ranked 3rd or 4th. Like I said, I don't really take that personally. I mean, they take us as contenders when we 3rd and 4th and all. Like, it is what it is.
They didn't even have us on the list when they did that straw poll by your boy Tim Bontemps.
Yeah, I think he's just talking to Boston folks. But it's funny how when he asked your boy Jason Tatum who was going to be in the finals this year, he said it was going to be a rematch. So he biased about his team, right? Well, why would he say the Mavs? Why would he say the Mavs?
He must didn't get the memo. You're supposed to say OKC, bro. What you supposed to say?
Or Denver or Minnesota. Sorry.
Right. The dynasty in Denver. Gotcha. Or Michael Jordan in Minnesota. Or the best team that will be constructed in OKC. That's what you're supposed to say. One of those teams. Not Dallas. But yeah, listen, guys, we got the link there in the comment section. You guys want to join us up here? There's only 3 things we ask. 3 simple things. We ask that your audio is clear. We also ask that there is no noise in the background, guys. And if any super chats come in, we have to address the super chats, guys. We have to address the super chats. So those three things: make sure your audio is clear, no noise in the background, and also super chats. All right. So we got one up right here, King. Hold on, let me switch us over here. Members only. What up, Richard? Man, what's on your the white pal for starting center mind out here, man?
What's up, Greg? Looking forward to the year. Glad to see you here. That's
Okay,
it, Rel.
likewise.
I mean, you asked what would be perfect. I mean, I really like those two players. We've got 6'8", 6'7", forwards that can play. We've got Melvin. We've got the players. We just need one or two 6'9", 6'10" forwards that could actually do what everybody thinks Maxey can do, and we would be perfect.
That's all nice and dandy, Richard. But what do their analytical numbers look like?
They're not going to never have the backing of the fan base, no matter who we bring in. I'm aware of that.
Now you can't be you gonna replace the favorites, bro. You got to make sure if you're gonna replace them, you got to make sure your analytical numbers are top notch.
Well, I know they can get more than 4 and 3.
But what does a sync numbers look like? Because the White Guy has the greatest sync numbers of all time.
Now their face might not be as good as Dwight's. Hey, I'm ready to ship Dwight off. I'll keep Dwight's face on the team. He's actually a good third center.
All right, man. Let's get Johnny B up here, man. What up, Johnny B?
Yo,
Johnny B.
Hey, man. I heard you over there starting. I heard you over there starting ruckus over there in OKC, man. You've been tweeting a lot of stuff at them, man.
listen, man. I don't understand. Like I'm confused. Like they just penciling them in. Like they just the best team. I don't get it. Like did I miss something? I mean, I got they won the number one seed, but they got the number one seed due to a tiebreaker. Like I don't know. Is Hartenstein and Caruso really that good? That got them like the ultimate favorites. I'm like, wow, what is they doing that Kevin Durant and them couldn't do? If they couldn't win, you think they gonna win? Make sense to me.
I'm looking at it like this, Johnny. Caruso never stays healthy a full season, and Hartenstein didn't show up in the playoffs. He's the reason why New York couldn't get past Indiana in the second round.
Ain't he a backup?
Oh, and he was a backup to Mitchell Robinson. So
Ain't
only
nobody-
why he was starting because Mitchell Robinson was out. But like I said, you couldn't help New York get over the hump against Indiana. And I remember watching those post games and watching preseason games. Shows, and they were talking about that. So now you telling me he's gonna all of a sudden come over here and be the missing piece for them? Like, okay, all right.
And then they don't really have another playmaker. Like Shea is cool, but they also had Giddey. Giddey was doing a lot of the playmaking. So what's gonna happen with Shea?
Johnny B? I got to interrupt it here, y'all. They've got a really, really, really good rookie point guard. Okay, they might honestly be counting on him to play. He's good. There's two rookies that could walk in and start playing this year. Indiana got one of them. Oklahoma City got the other one.
But you're not. I mean, yeah, Richard. But so my thing with them, I hear all that draft thing and all. They make the decisions. They make good decisions. But the moves they made, not for guys that don't start. You feel me? Like the moves they made for Caruso, I would think they going to have at least Caruso starting this year was a failure. And then also Hartenstein. But my thing is, New York last year had Hartenstein. Mitchell Robinson now stays hurt. And you had the chance to keep Hartenstein and you let him go to another team because he's a backup center, but they paid him $30 million and he's their starting center now. But
I can't explain the Hartenstein. I get the Caruso. He's kind of a glue guy when he's not hurt. He's that good all-purpose guard that can be on the team, keep everybody focused. I understand him, but Hartenstein being $30 million and going up against Lively and some of the other centers in the Western Conference, good luck with that, brother.
He gonna get cooked. Hartenstein.
Yeah, I'm confused. Like, Oh, I'm sorry, my fault, Real. Go ahead.
Hey, you give me 1 second here. We got a new member to the channel. Got Mad Fan. He just became a member of the channel, man. We appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Go. But hold on, John. Let me get Ben in here real quick. All right, go ahead, John. What you saying?
Now, I was saying like they were a good team. We were better than them last year. Record wise, they had a better record than us in the beginning. But we were a better team than them, and we got significantly better. They got better as well. So how does that? Like I've seen people say that they are a tier above us, like a whole tier.
I've seen it too. I've seen folks put them. The two contenders are the West is OKC and the East is Boston. That's what most folks have been saying. Hartenstein may be the worst starting center in the Western Conference.
Y'all hold me to this one. Indy's gonna give Boston all they can handle, y'all. Y'all hold me to saying that.
All right, what's good, Ben?
What's up, Ben?
What's up, guys? Can you hear me all right? Am I good? Coming through? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, perfect. So I just want to build on what Johnny was and Richard was saying about OKC, because let me tell you something, all right? First of all, when did backups start being great centers? That's the first of all, right? And second of all, these guys are way too small. I mean, who the hell have they got? They got Lou Dort still playing on the thing. And okay, yeah, they say he's a great defender. The guy plays rugby, mate, on the basketball court. He's not playing basketball. I don't care what anyone says. And also, this Caruso, as good as he is, he's older. Okay, people can say, well, Clay's older. Yeah, I get it. But Clay shoots, right? Caruso can shoot a little bit. But, mate, the guy is still short. He's short. Like, Shea is short. People tell me Shea is 6'6", mate. I've seen that guy standing next to guys who are actually 6'6", and he's 6'3". So let's forget that. All right, I don't want to hear anyone tell me Shea's 6'6".
Yeah.
Have you seen him stand next to Luka?
I don't know if he's 6'3".
Have you seen him stand next to Luka or someone like that? It's crazy, man.
I think Luka might be lying about his height at this point.
Mate, see him standing next to Zion, and Zion's actually 6'6", right? And then Zion makes him look tiny, man, and not just around the waist. I mean, what I'm saying, that guy is just much taller than him. And look, all respect to Shea Gilgeous, I do think he's one of the top 5 players in the world. So I just want to put that one out there, and I hope nobody else will disagree with that. But OKC, look, I think with the Giddey loss, yeah, Giddey was kind of like people say, okay, he couldn't defend and he couldn't shoot and stuff, but he was a good playmaker, and Shea isn't about that like that. He's all right, he's but he's more of a secondary playmaker for me. He's more of a secondary playmaker. So I don't know, I'm not super hot on them. I think they'll do well, but I think they're one of these teams that will flatter to deceive. They'll have
they got Topic too.
Or third. They've got who? Topic is injured though, isn't he? He's not going to be in for the whole season.
That I'm not sure about.
Yeah.
No, they said he's got quite a serious injury, but they took him based on the fact that he is probably the best playmaker in that draft.
Before you
Guys,
go,
I can interrupt for 1 second because
go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Because this guy before me speaking has a great point. Nikola Topic is a heck of a player. Trust me on this. With his ability to penetrate and his quickness, he's going to be a big problem in the league in a few years. Trust me on that. Sorry to interrupt.
Yes,
no.
Let me read this. Read super chat real quick. Corey with the $4.99 though. No, he just says much love, guys. Appreciate you, Corey.
As always, man.
Appreciate you. No, I mean I think y'all. I mean, you could be right, man, on this dude, man. But if you're saying he's not playing this year, Ben, then we don't have nothing to worry about. I even with him playing or whatever, him being the backup ball handler or whatever y'all want to say, I'm still not scared of OKC, man.
Yeah, Topic was one of my favorites in that draft because, although his shooting needs a bit of way to come, he is kind of like a Luka light. He's really good, and he's he is he's got really really high basketball IQ. So and anyone like that will usually just have a career in the league regardless of what happens.
Him and Newsom from UConn, Ben, were the only 2 walk-in starting point guards I had in my draft selection. I mean, there were some others that had talent. There were others that had more upside. But both of those, you could walk them 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds in and start them tomorrow.
Hey, I will say, just as a little bit of an off-topic thing as well, I don't know if it's been discussed, but man, I've been saying for the longest time, and I can't believe the Suns pulled this off as they managed to get Tyus Jones. That's the craziest pickup. That guy is so good. If we're talking about one underrated point guards you could start Like Tyus Jones is that guy, you know. Like, be honest, OKC had the opportunity to get Tyus Jones. They could have had Tyus Jones. We could have had Tyus Jones, but you know, hey, it is what it is. I think
We
they'll be
talk
better this
Suns,
year.
man.
Actually,
We
I think
talk Suns
Suns will be better this year. But they still can't defend, so they're not going anywhere. But I think the real competition for us, it's I think Minnesota are better. I don't know how Memphis are going to look with Ja coming back, but obviously they're going to be better. I don't know if they're going to be as good as people are making them out to be.
Seed this year. Watch.
But did
I
Johnny
wouldn't
B?
be
Did
surprised.
Gigi get it? Is Gigi
Gigi
playing?
hurt though. He's hurt though.
That's
He's hurt.
He out for the season, I believe.
It's the whole season.
Back though.
I
I
saw
thought he
season.
came back. Yeah, I thought he came back. I thought he out for like the first part of the
if
season.
if he can play it, he's somewhat of what I've been seeing. Memphis is going to be somebody to worry about.
But if he's coming back from injury in his second year, I don't.
My word.
Gigi not going to be the greatest next year, probably. Like next year might be a sophomore type slump for Gigi coming back. Like if he's just in that situation, that's not a good situation to put a sophomore in to say, "Hey, help us, lead us here," and all that. But I mean, they're gonna be legit though. They're gonna be fine. I don't think it'll be bad. But I wanted to say something about this, Rel, before we keep going on. I've seen people posting about Kevin Durant and that starting five. He's been posting about and having Luka and Klay Thompson. Don't fall for that clickbait, y'all. He literally in the comments said they were talking about the video game, about 2K, and he was saying, "Who would you be a starting five in this video game?" And everybody's running with that and saying,
I didn't know about that.
and everybody's running and saying that he's saying, "I'm talking about my starting five right now." Whatever. That's not what he said. Like that's how people can take stuff out of context and switch it around and make it mean something else. That's not what he said.
Hey, welcome to 2024, man, where people say stuff like that and just make it into clickbait. Nobody
like,
actually reads it.
Do I speak English? It's like, did you hear the whole thing he said? You just heard Luka and Klay, and like, oh, he said Luka and Klay, and I'm like, he was talking about the video game. Like, I'm not saying he wouldn't love to play with Luka and Klay. He's already played with Klay and probably would love to play with Luka, but that's not what he was saying right there.
Hey, that's what the online culture is, man. I love it. I love a good little bit of like online clickbait like that. Completely fake, but I love it. I love it. It's just keeps the conversation going, you know. I mean, he didn't pick Booker. That's all I know. So, video game or not video game.
Oh man, why you Booker your guy though, Ben?
No, I like Booker, but I like Klay and Luka more, obviously. So,
obviously, yeah.
I respect KD for making the right choice there, obviously.
Damn, he should have picked Jason Tatum.
I about to say, who you like more, Booker or Tatum?
Who do I like more? I mean,
Alright.
man, that's not even a question. Come on.
Yeah, I already know that, man. That's definitely Jason Tatum.
So hold on. So
hey, I will say one thing. Jason Tatum did cook on, right? He said that Mavs are going back to the finals.
Yeah, I'm about to ask you about that. Yeah,
and that was cooking. I like that. You know what? That's probably the best thing he's ever said. I mean, I thought like it was probably going to be something like he would say something like, "Oh yeah, it's going to be we're probably going to play like Minnesota or OKC or something," but he said us, so I was like, "All right, that's good, that's right."
Man, Dallas should have swept Minnesota. Like they should have swept them. Remember, Lively missed Game 4, and that was the only reason that they won. They should have got swept, and then they only won at the end of the game. Like Minnesota, I think if Dallas plays Minnesota 10 times in a row, they beat them 10 times in a row.
Remember, Johnny B. Conley's at that cliff age. He's 36. Yeah, he might walk out there tomorrow and be good. He might walk out there tomorrow and be done.
Which is why they drafted a point guard.
It's gonna be tough. Like
we could have swept.
It's gonna be tough, man.
We could have swept. We could have swept Minnesota last year and beat OKC in 5 last year. Real talk.
Right.
I think that was our like moment of when you got to realize your power that you have when you got a new team, you don't really know that y'all are really that good. I think they know this year with the pieces they have that they that good, and they're gonna be a buzzsaw this year, and folks not paying attention to what the Mavericks are doing or what they did. I really do. That's
fine. That's fine.
Okay, so ESPN's gonna be talking us down the whole season, so that's a good thing. Yeah, I mean that's a good thing.
King and Relle, who y'all top 8 next year?
The top 4 is the four that everybody say gonna be the 4, right? So
in order, yeah, I get it. I know the top 4, but what's the order of the top 4?
Let me. Dang, Johnny put his whole spot. Give me a second, John. Let me.
I'm gonna go Dallas 1. I'm gonna go.
You too, Greg.
I'm gonna go something odd. I'm gonna go something wild and crazy. I'm gonna change it up. I know my 8 gonna be. I'm gonna say Dallas gonna be the first seed. I'm gonna say Memphis gonna be the second seed. I'm gonna say the Memphis Grizzlies gonna be weird and be the second. They've been like the second seed every year that Ja was healthy, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna say the Memphis Grizzlies gonna be like the second seed. I'm gonna say OKC the third seed. I'm gonna then say Minnesota's the fourth. Denver, I'm gonna say Phoenix fifth and Denver sixth.
Phoenix ahead of them too, King.
I'm gonna say Phoenix fifth and Denver sixth this year. I think Denver gonna take a drop this year, and they gonna have to decide they're gonna pay Aaron Gordon or not this summer because they pay Aaron Gordon, they stuck forever. They can't do anything. So
I got Houston Rockets at 7.
I don't know. Ooh, that's you not so we don't think the Kings are going to be in there.
No, I think the Kings gonna be behind the Lakers.
So
I'm
I'm agreeing with Johnny B.
They could be, but the Lakers won't make it. The Lakers gonna make it.
I think Johnny cooked up into the point where he talks about the Kings. I think that Kings, we got to stop clowning on the Kings so much.
That's what I'm saying. I think the Kings gonna be in there, Ben. I would pick the Kings as 7, and then 8.
Okay, you can switch Houston and
I'm gonna say
I'm okay with that.
I would say 8 will be the Lakers right now, just because of the Lakers. But man, I would. You know what the league would love to be 8.
No Clippers.
Man, I think the Clippers might get ready to trade Paul.
I think the Clippers 13th.
You know what? The Clippers might be there. So the 8th, that 7, 8, the Clippers gonna be in there.
I think Houston gonna be better than the Clippers.
Houston might be in there. That run the Kings, the Lakers. I think San Antonio might. They might play with the 8th seed. I think they can get to that. They got to make the 10th seed. They got to make the 10th. That's all you got to make now, not the 8th.
I got San Antonio making the play-in.
That's what I'm saying. They if they make the play in the league.
I got the Warriors making the play in over the San Antonio.
Warriors are here also. Yeah,
I think San Antonio might be better than the Warriors, y'all. I know y'all better than the Warriors.
Houston is going to be better than San Antonio and the Warriors.
The Warriors got hella holes.
Hold on, Johnny. Why are you lying on Houston? Who they got?
I like the team, man. I do, man, and I like their coach. I think Houston. I mean, you got them. They won 41 and 41 last year.
Was it? They were like 41 or 40 and 42, somewhere around there. They were around there.
Yeah, they were 41 and 41. They had a 500. They had a 500 record last year. Like I don't know, man. I think them dudes gonna be all right, man. I think another year under oh boy. I think they're gonna be all right, man. I
think Houston's better than Golden State. That's what I don't think. I think
Golden State's gonna bomb. Golden State's gonna bomb, man.
Depends on whether Golden State makes a trade or not, and what they do in that. But as they are right now, I do not see Golden State making the playoffs.
Golden State are trash, man.
Lakers are better than Golden State.
Let me make the case very quick. The case for Golden State sucking this year, right? Is Steph Curry, as much as I love him, he's 36 years old, right? That's it. And to be honest, I noticed a lot of that age hitting him last year. He's literally like trying to carry the whole time. And it's like, as good as he is, his game is dependent on him running around constantly, moving constantly. And that takes its toll on your body, man. Like, he's 36. Like, it's not like one of those players where he can, like Luka's game, actually, I think, believe it or not, will actually translate quite well if he lasts for a while. He'll still be good for a while because he's a slow player. You know what I mean? He's not relying on moving all the time. But like Steph Curry, on the other hand, he has to move constantly. He's constantly getting battered. So, and on top of that, who have they got? So they've lost Clay, and obviously people like to make fun of Clay and all the rest of it. But man, they take that guy for granted. He's still shooting 40% in his last season, or close enough, right? Who have they got? Brandon Pozinski and flipping, Lester Quinones. I mean, come on, man. These guys aren't doing it.
They got that guy's untradeable. What have you done for that?
Sure, but okay,
Buddy Hield. What you mean?
Yeah,
they got Andrew Wiggins returning.
Nah,
I think Kuminga didn't want to pay.
Go on, King. Don't bring up Andrew Wiggins. Though. That's something that's good.
He's the Luka stopper. That's what I was told.
Guys, has anybody seen anything out of that Pachinko or whatever that make him untradeable? I mean,
he took Lively's spot. I will always remember that. That's all I will ever remember from him. Is he took Lively's spot on that first team. It should not have been him. Pud should not have made the first team.
I mean, the kid can play, but what they're making him out to be, I ain't never seen.
Go ahead, Greg.
I don't want to be a party stopper, but eventually I will have to go. I have my basketball practice in a
go ahead.
No problem, Greg. You got anything you want to shout out that you're doing soon before you leave? What are you getting into?
Sorry, what?
Do you have anything you're getting into that you want to shout out or talk about? Your Greg's Court, anything you're going to be showing soon?
Not pretty sure. Maybe something if I will get eventually some tapes from the upcoming Nowitzki tournament. If Grant will be there or Brad, the journalist, maybe then I will have something. But anyway, I'm looking forward for the new upcoming season and to see how good shape Luka really is. I mean, about the shape. And anyway, guys, it's been a privilege as always. I'm really glad. So sorry, but really, I had to take this practice because last year I missed a couple of them, and they were all pissed at me because I was like having a baby and everything else. So I have no excuses more.
You're good, Greg. We appreciate you, man, for joining us. Thank you so much. Man.
Yes, man. Thank you. Hey, and y'all got all his information down in the description box below, guys. So please follow him on all his socials and on Greg's Court on YouTube.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. And continue to this great conversation.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, guys.
I'm sorry, Richard. What were you saying?
I don't remember it. Just talk. Yeah.
Nah, but I don't know. I think Paz took his spot. I think that's what we talking about. Maybe.
Oh yeah. I mean, they just acting like he's untradeable and stuff. That that he's the one player on their team that he ain't in nothing. I mean, the kid can play. I'm not saying he's not good, but untradeable. I ain't seen that.
Speaking of Golden State, man, look like they might be interested in Jimmy Butler.
Ooh, that's a good look.
I think that's a good trade for Miami. They need to move. Their rebuild is almost done. They need a point guard, and they can move on.
Jimmy Butler fits in that. Yes, as far as that, but Jimmy Butler fits in that. They were looking for Paul George earlier. That kind of Paul George kind of mold and all that type of player. So I think Jimmy Butler fit great with Golden State.
You see, that changes Golden State's playoff.
Yeah, they become a playoff team. I'm not scared of them with Jimmy Butler, but they become a playoff team for sure, though, if they get Jimmy Butler. If he can stay healthy. Because now they got a bunch of health concerns as well with a bunch of players on their team.
Hey, man.
They'll be tough defensively.
Butler
Jimmy, Kuminga, and Wiggins. They'll be a good defensive team with those.
Somebody probably gone, though, Johnny B. Probably definitely Kuminga, probably both of them. Truthfully,
they have to trade Wiggins. No, they'd have to trade.
Yeah,
Wiggins.
they would probably trade both of them if they got.
Miami would want.
Miami would
Jimmy make
Butler, and it would need.
They don't want Kuminga, man. I may trade Kuminga for him. Like at this point, if you're not, so I wouldn't trade Kuminga for him. I'm with you, Johnny B. But if they don't want Kuminga and they're not going to like give him anything, then if you can trade him for Jimmy Butler, go ahead and trade him. That's what I'm saying. They should be a smarter organization, but I don't think the Golden State Warriors are the smartest organization. They just lucked up a little bit.
Hey, from what I've seen, y'all, the players are all the new dollar figure everybody's wanting is $50 million, but because of the new CBA, all these players that were getting max contracts, a team can't afford to just give out a max contract anymore to anybody. So, that's where I'm seeing it. The issues coming in with these players. I mean, Golden State don't want to pay Kuminga $50 million. The Pelicans don't want to play Brandon Ingram $50 million. I like both players. Neither one of them are worth $50 million.
So before this season starts, because this conversation is going to come up again at the end of the year, I'm going to ask everybody right now, what's the cap at Kyrie?
Years, it ain't money.
So yours is years, Richard. Yours is he can be a max player as long as what he got to get a 1-1 or just 1 year?
2-1 at the very most, and the one's got to be the
do
deal.
like 2 for 50, 2 for 50,
2
maybe,
for
and
25,
2 for 60.
25 each. So 2 for 60 maybe.
2 for 50, 2 for 60, one of them.
Ben,
What in terms of? I give him a
his
1-1 or a 2-1.
he's in a contract year. So what would you give him as far as his money? and his
I
years?
think you can give Kyrie a 2-1 actually, because
Okay,
I
so-
think, and this is not just me being sentimental because it's Kyrie, because like obviously he's not one of the best players of all time in terms of like skill and all the rest of it, but I just think he's a great locker room leader as well, and he's like the perfect guy to have alongside Luka and all the other guys. Really, he attracts players as well. Like he brings players to Dallas. So it's not just the player you're talking about. And to be honest, he's on a pretty, compared to some contracts I've seen, man, he's on a pretty team friendly deal for who he is at the moment.
Which y'all max though as far as money? I think Johnny B said 30. Richard, you saying unlimited?
No, King, to be honest with you, I hadn't really thought about that. I've just thought about the years. I'd have to get back with you on
because now the the money's going up. We got Hartenstein making $30 million now. Think about that one.
Yeah,
point
but,
now
but
in the NBA
Luka's fixing to make 60,
Uh-huh.
and Kyrie's at the clay age where
Mhm.
I don't think he needs to get max money, but I don't think he needs to get a Maxi Kleba deal either.
So so
That's why I said I think 30 is fair.
But Max is about to be like 70 million.
Yeah.
So if Max is 70 million and Hartenstein makes 30 million, what does Kyrie now get?
I think he would probably be insulted if you offered him a Hartenstein.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't give him Hartenstein because that's now the threshold. Like Hartenstein made $30 million.
He made that mistake of doing that. That don't mean everybody can make that
But
same mistake.
You're right, Johnny B, but they still changed the market. Players still see what's going on. So if I saw that guy got you see other sports, when you see one player get something, you like, hold up, he got that. I'm gonna go take less money than what he got.
It's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be a good conversation.
If we win the championship, I go up past 30.
Would y'all be willing to give him 40?
If we win the championship, yes.
Well, right now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. As we are right now, until another player steps up and takes his place, Kyrie and Luka are still the two best players on this team.
Yes, sir.
Now, when somebody overtakes Kyrie, we can have the conversation of adjusting his pay. But right now, he's still the second best player on his team.
Do you set him up?
Could argue in some fans' mind that he's the best player on the team.
True.
You can argue that in my mind.
So, man, you Johnny B, stop. Don't do it today.
But I mean, I'm just saying, so until that changes, you still gotta, and to beat the narrative that they portrayed him to be, and to make this a home, I'm not willing to give him a 5-year deal for Maxi Kleba money, but a 2-1. If I could get Maxi and Dwight a whole 4-year contract, I can pay. I can pay flat for what he's done for Dallas.
Do you set his contract now? Since the first time you set it up, you tried to set it up with Luka. Do you set this one up with Derek Lively?
That's a good question.
Do you make it where you Kyrie is now a free agent at the same time, or can be a free agent at the same time Derek Lively's a free agent? So then you can decide what to do the money at that point?
Dude, the way that you CBAs got King, I really think we need another year to see what's going on before you make any long-term decision.
Up on Lively, Sam Richard?
I'm saying on anybody.
Okay. Yeah.
I still don't think we know the full repercussions of this CBA arrangement.
Understood.
I don't think we do. I think we all already know that it's going to be different and it's going to suck, but I don't think we've seen everything that it's going to affect yet.
So a couple things. This is for you, Johnny B. Mad fan said anyone arguing Kyrie is better than Luka needs a wellness check and nap. And a nap. And he says, I love Kyrie. He was my favorite non-man before he was here. Tyler also says, could we start to see stars taking less to actually be able to? Yeah, that at some point that is going to happen, Tyler. We just saw it with Clay.
Do it.
We just kind of saw it with Klay Thompson.
I don't think he's going to have no choice.
Yeah, Klay Thompson just got 16 points. Klay Thompson got as much as Tim Hardaway Jr., actually less than Tim Hardaway Jr.
Well, there's more than 60 stars. There might not be that many superstars, but there's more than 60 stars in the NBA. So if every team can only have 2,
stars are going to.
some players you think would get more money ain't going to get the money they thinking.
This is going to mess up star players, or star players going to have to join bad teams. Because the guys that aren't the superstar level, they're just star players, they're going to have to either take less money and take a role and be on a team, or they're going to have to get superstar money on a bad team. One of the two.
And I don't know that a bad team would make a bad. The way the CBA is, I don't think a bad team would take their contract because of what it would do to them in their rebuild.
Yeah, that could be true too, Richard. That's what Mad Fan said. Brunson did it. But to be fair, he was only a true star for one season, so maybe he saw the reality of the situation and knew for that team taking less made sense. Brunson different though, man. Like Brunson over there, it's Jalen Brunson and Rick Brunson. Like they kind of like a combo, and he helping his dad out to do stuff. Like that's a different conversation. I feel like as far as taking less, I don't feel like he. So if Jalen Brunson was on any other team, I don't feel like he'd have took less money. How about I say that one? If he was on any other team other than Rick Brunson, I don't think he takes less money.
That might be fair.
I think him and his dad know, and they got the Knicks done had the whole situation. Y'all done seen it. They built the whole. He's a New York legend already. They've given him.
I don't think OG was going to take anything but a max, and you couldn't pay both of them.
They want Jalen Brunson to be there forever. They're going to take care of Jalen Brunson. He's going to be, like I say, a Knick legend. He's already a Knick legend. So that's why I think he took that less. And his dad works there. They took care of his dad. His god dad works there. Like that's what the situation with Jalen Brunson. But I'm not disagreeing with you, Matt. And I do think other guys they're going to have to do it. Other stars are going to have to take less money to come to teams like Klay Thompson and all guys, especially guys that are like kind of like the twilight of their career. So guys like Damian Lillard, if he'd have been a couple years later, he may have been a guy he may have had to take less money to go on the team.
What the heck is Milwaukee gonna do if they come out and don't start out fast? What the hell can they do?
Milwaukee aren't doing anything this year like that. They're just not. Like
I don't think they can either, Ben.
I think Giannis. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah. Sorry, I was going to say Giannis. Obviously he's he's their saving shining star, really. But I mean, as far as a team, they're just super, super old, man. They're so old.
What did Kareem do? What did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar do?
When he went to the Lakers.
That's what Giannis going to do. That's what I swear. I think Giannis the next Laker. I'm telling the next guy that goes to the Lakers, that's going to be a Laker. The Lakers look at it, say we're going to get somebody to come over because they don't always do homegrown guys. They go get guys. They're going to get Giannis. And Giannis has already said he'll play for the Lakers. He already threw hints before. He gave Milwaukee one more chance and all before, even when he's talking about the Mavericks and all that. I think the Lakers going to be that team.
What's his brother going to do if he goes to the Lakers, though? The Lakers going to have to hire him.
His brother been taken care of. And also, the Lakers might take care of his brother. You see what the Lakers did?
That's what I'm saying. They're going to have to hire him Monday. They're going to have to be like, look, come on, then.
Once Braun is gone, I think it's Giannis. I think Giannis is the next Laker. Once Braun is done there.
Yeah. Speaking of Dame, I've been hearing this debate. Do y'all think Dame is better than Kyrie?
No.
Hell no.
No. In fact, statistics show that he's not.
At any point of their career, though. Like, do y'all think that Dame is better than him at any point?
No. In the bubble.
Dame can shoot further than Kyrie, but that's about the only thing I'm going to give him the advantage on.
But he can't shoot better.
Dame's not a better pure shooter, right? He can shoot further, like Richard said. He can shoot further. He's not a better pure shooter. He doesn't have better handles. He's not a better defender. He's not a better playmaker than Kyrie. I don't think Dame Lillard's better but shooting further than Kyrie Irving. That's it.
I don't think there's anything that he's better than Kyrie.
Shooting further. The distance, pause. Like, that's it.
Well, guys, what about, did y'all see the numbers that another podcast had with
Right?
the one and only Dirk on there?
I don't, man. I hope they do great things, Richard. That's it, man.
They
We both
podcast suck. I'm gonna
they
say,
Yeah, it
do
does.
just
great
Shut
say it on
things, man. I have nothing to say. I hope they do great things. Keep sending shots and all that. Shots fired. Let's see the season around the corner. We gonna see them. We'll just talk. Big J, what up,
What
Big
up?
J? Get you up in here.
What's going on, man? I was just gonna kick in on the cash on the salary issues.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I don't think we take into account is that, and this is one of the things with the CBA. Remember, there's a 10% cap on how much the salary cap can increase each year, even though the TV money is going to jump significantly starting next year. So I knew there had to be some catch up because the contract requires them, I think, to distribute 55% of the overall gross income to the players, with the other 45% going to the owners. So any non-max player gets the rest of that overflow money is divided amongst the non-max players. So it could behoove some players to not take the max to be able to get some of that overflow money when the salary cap jumps next year.
That's interesting.
That is Latte funny. He said you forgot Dame dropping bars. Kyrie can't. Yeah, Kyrie bar dropping one of the greatest though. Kyrie, I saw you trying. But yeah, Big J, that's an awesome point though, Big J.
Kind of like who was it? OKC did that year when they had nobody on the damn payroll. Every player got a damn $1 million extra.
Yep.
That's
what I'm saying. Hey, Big J, let me ask you ask you the question. I should say. I asked the other guys. With that 10% raise is happening every year, where do you go with Kyrie next year? Because he's probably going to opt out after the season.
I mean, I think if Kyrie can take 30, about 30, I think he'd be good. Because the thing is, I once again, if he doesn't take the max, then that means he's going to get some of that backup money too. But then on top of that, I mean, I think he wants to stay here. And if he sees we're winning and continue to win and we're staying competitive compared to these other teams, I think he's going to want to be here versus going to the Lakers for no money because they have no money to sign, or some of these other teams,
Now, not disagreeing with that point. So Luka is going to be up for a contract pretty soon too, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody's going to have an issue with him getting this whole 70, 80 million, right?
Whatever he gets, ain't enough.
Okay, so our second best player has to make 30 million. That gives you 25 a game. Y'all okay with just saying, hey man, we just give you 30 million? That's cool.
Like I said,
well, but at that time, is he
going to situation?
I'm sorry, Big J, you can go first. Hold on. What'd you say?
No, I was going to say part of that is, one, I think everybody understands that the salary cap is different now, so that there is no unlimited amount of cash to just hand out as far as guaranteed payments on the cap spot. So it's unrealistic to think, there's going to be 3 max players. That's not going to happen anymore because teams can't afford to do it. I mean, Boston, you saw the owner signed, what's his name, Jason Tatum immediately got the team up for sale because he knows that check is coming. Even if they win another championship, he's going to have to pay a ridiculous amount in penalty, and then they're going to be hard capped. I mean, beyond the regular hard cap. Y'all
don't still see 2 max players, though? I'm not even saying Kyrie should get a max. Hold on. So this is my thing. I don't want y'all thinking, I don't think Kyrie should get a max. Like, Kyrie in the age in his career, no, I want to make sure he's good as far as the money. Like, Jaylen Brown's making $70 million now. You feel me? So where should Kyrie be? What is respectful now, knowing that Hartenstein makes $30 million?
I think we need a little time, King, to see the outcome. I mean, if you make the wrong decision right now, you're going to pay for it down the road.
You're right. But you can't
the Denver Nuggets are already paying for it, man. The Denver Nuggets, the reason they're not going to be doing anything for a while is because they they set up their team before a lot of these rules came in, and now they can't do anything, and they've just lost players. They lost KCP, they lost other good players like pieces, and they
also made dumb decisions though. So my thing with Denver is Denver made decisions before they were who they were. Like I remember the day that MPJ got that contract, coming on the show and saying, why the hell did they give MPJ a max? What the hell has he done in his career to deserve a max? Like, I understand you got him and all that, but why the hell would you give him the max? That was foolish.
And now he's coming up for another contract. What you think he's going to ask for?
The max. Because Aaron Horton got to come up for a contract now. They just gave what's his name that money Jamal Murray, and Jamal Murray might be declining. It looks like he's declining.
Yeah, I think that this is going to redefine what a max player is. I don't think everybody's a max. Like, there's not going to be 80 or 90 max players anymore.
You think it's only going to be like 30, maybe 40?
Maybe 40. Yeah, maybe 40 max players because everybody else is going to get what they deserve a little bit less. Because you can't. If you try and do 2 max players, once again, that's what you're looking at, almost 90 million in cap space. You know what I mean? Between 2 players.
But how much is the cap space going to be when you can give 2 players 90 million?
Well, because the owners put that guarantee to only go up 10% per year, it's not going to jump even when the revenue jumps to 7.5 billion next year from 2.5. You know, it's only going to go up 10%. So and that's
pretty good. In 5 years, that's 50%, damn near of what you had that first year.
But if the salary is going up 10%, you know, most of those contracts again had the salaries written go be between 10 to 12% per year. So there won't be that much more cap space as the salaries can increase naturally with the way that they're written already. Because it's not like when you sign 5 for 20, 30 for 5 years, you're not getting $6 million a year. It goes up each year unless you have one of those descending contracts.
Yeah, some people have going up. I think some people have the even ones, and some people have descendant.
Which I do believe every team. You need a couple of players that are descending in order. That's a very good concept that I don't think teams take advantage of enough.
They should give you all the money at the beginning. Pause. Like I would give them most of their money at the beginning and then get out of. But guys don't want to give them their money. That'd be the issue.
Especially for role players.
Look at this. What Tyler
older
said.
Players.
Look at what Tyler said. He said, "Could Kyrie just opt in and just wait for the cap to go up the next year? Y'all think Kyrie would opt in?"
I mean, if he's not going to get 40 million, he might.
If he loves the Dallas Mavericks, he'll opt in. You'll find out what if Kyrie really loves us, I wouldn't opt in. Let me tell you that. If I was Kyrie, I'm not opting in.
But who else is going to have cap space? So that's the other question. What are the good?
Somebody, Big J, gonna find ways to give Kyrie Irving money. I'm telling y'all, they're gonna find a way. If it came down, he free and like somebody like a star say, man, get rid of all these players. They'll run a stupid team with Kyrie Irving on there just to try to win. You feel me? Like somebody will make something happen to get that guy if he says I'm gonna opt out and try to go somewhere.
I hate to say it, and everybody's gonna kill me for it, I know, but with his age and everything, and his size and all the negatives that we know of, I mean, I ain't disappointed if he opts in because he's not gonna get nowhere when he's making next year. For that 1 year, he would lose money even if he gained a year. So I'd be okay with him, playing this year, being a free agent, and see where we sit next at the end. If we win, we'll give him whatever he wants. If we don't, we might be looking for a new 2 guard.
Latte said, Richard, that he thinks Kyrie will be around 43 to 45 next contract. If he opts out and takes that, he's making more money than he made.
I mean, that
39 now.
That sounds about right. I mean, I can't argue with what Latte's saying.
Opting in helps the team out. That's what I'm saying. It will help us out if he opts in. If he opts out, he's going to try to get more money.
I don't know. I mean, if I'm him, I might opt out and try and get more years instead of more upfront cash.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That would
more
be
years as well. Yes, he's going to worry about the years. So, but it's going to be
because after
I want decent money with the. It's going to be a in between. You got to scratch my back, I scratch yours. You feel me? Like depending on the years. If you give me 3 years, I may go down to 30 something. You give me 2 years, hold up.
How old is Kyrie though? He's 33, about to be 34.
He'll be 33 this year.
Yeah,
because
right? But he had some injury history.
But I'm talking about because after 36, you can only sign 3-year max deals.
Mm-hmm.
No, so that may be his thing. He may do the timing to where he can do it, where he can sign just long enough to get a next maybe 4 or 5 year deal before he can't do it ever again. You know what I mean? To kind of lock in. So he may do that.
You think he wants the Mavericks?
I'm not giving him a 5-year deal.
Do y'all think the Mavericks? How about this one? You think he want the Mavericks to give him at least 3 years this time?
I'm gonna be questionable about 3, but you could talk me into 3 if the contract was right to where if I had to move off from him, I could. You could get me to 3, but that would be the only way.
So your max is 3 plus 1 plus something, if it had to be.
Yes,
Richard, you saying? Okay.
I might.
But now, King, the contract would have to be favorable for me to do that. I'd have to
It'd be the
feel
30s.
pretty secure I could move his contract.
How about 300-400?
Yeah, I could see that.
You would do it. You would do 300-400 million. That's fine.
I could see that. Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be what 35 a year.
I ain't
A
mad at that.
little bit under that. That's what I'm saying. It's not. It's like 33, a little bit over 33. I can deal with that. I give Kyrie 3. Ooh, man, you starting to get old though, man. You said that.
Okay, so do you do two in the team option with that
I would do.
300, right?
I don't think he's gonna do the team option. Players don't like doing team options. They like doing player options. So he would do.
But I mean,
and I don't know if he's
at
taking
a
2 +
certain
1
point,
again.
King,
For the low.
a team has to insist on it to protect themselves.
Yeah. They should have did that with like a Maxi Kleber in them. That's the
Yeah,
issue.
absolutely.
That's the players you give team options to.
Absolutely.
11 million.
I just wonder.
Should have been a team option to then. That should have been on Maxi Kleber's contract.
Okay, King. Well, let me ask you this: do you think even if Maxi Kleber had a team option, they would have cut him this year?
I knew you was going to ask already. No, they wouldn't. He got the 11 million. Got another contract extension on it last year. Yes, but go hold up. First, Nancy, how you doing, Nancy? Let Nancy get a word in. Then Big J, the floor is yours. What up, Nancy?
Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Ben, it's good to see you back. Haven't seen you in a while.
Good to see you.
I kind of agree with Ben with his assessment because
Oh, did she leave the screen again?
She might have froze. I don't. Yeah.
I think she leaves the screen sometimes, and it takes her away. She can't talk when she leaves the screen.
you're right.
There she is. There she is.
So I think that for Kyrie, if anything, there always might be a little skittish thing with him after some of the stops he's had. I think he loves being in Dallas. That's clear because he's all in and he goes, I think every time you talk to somebody, you hear about how much more he does for the team than all of us fans even know he does for the team. Like all the behind the scenes he's doing for us that we don't even know about to help bring in talent, to help, build up our rookies. I mean, Jaden Hardy's been with the Kyrie a lot this summer. He's got Omax in there. There's so much that he's doing. For him, it might not necessarily be about the money. He already kind of did a team-friendly deal the first time when he re-signed. So for him, it might be about the years.
That's what I'm thinking. He's trying to get as many years as he can. Right now. So if you give him 2 + 1 again, you might have to pay him $40 million.
I think I'd be safe. I think I'd rather do that.
The 2 + 1 for $40 million a piece. Like, so 2 + 1 for like 120, but the third year it's only really for 80 because he's not going to take the third year. And then
I think I like that better, Keith.
Okay, so 2 + 1 for 120. You fine with that?
I'm not opposed to that.
You fine with that?
Yeah, my thing is let's say we won the championship this year, right? Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. I would give him 40 a year for the next 2 years if we have the understanding that after this is up, because like I said, he's gonna be coming up on that 36-year-old year. We go ahead and drop his salary, but give him like a 3 or 4 year deal at that point so he can get the more years, but at a slightly reduced rate to kind of coincide with his age as we expect him to drop off a little bit.
Facts. As a Maverick fan, and this is not me, this is taking my Kyrie bias out of it. I'm hoping after the next contract, we're not relying on Kyrie as much no more.
Yeah, definitely.
You feel me? So we need to find somebody doing the next Kyrie contract to replace Kyrie. That's the time.
Noah slipped it out there that they might be shopping Hardy now, and I was thinking that Hardy was going to be his replacement, but maybe not.
I don't know if Hardy's skilled enough to be Kyrie's replacement.
He's not.
Hardy's nice. That's what I'm saying. Hardy is a microwave score, a guy like a Colin Sexton, a guy off the bench that can give you 20 in an instant. Like, I think he just should be scoring. That's mainly what Jaden can do, little playmaking and all, find people with guys on you and double you or whatever. But his job should be to get buckets.
King. I just want to say one thing because I've got to shoot off somewhere very quick afterwards. But like when you're talking about replacing a player, it's not just when you're talking about replacing a star player, it's not just replacing their position, you're replacing a star in the team.
Yep.
So it's like, so that's an impact player. So it's just more than just like, so okay, we can replace Maxey with Omax or something. You know what I mean? It's like if you like, the thing is, Jaden Hardy, I like him, but I just don't think he's right for our team long term. I think he's not going to get the minutes he needs to get any further than he is. He's kind of gridlocked with all of the people in his position. And I think the best thing we can do with him, and that's what I've said this before, is to trade him and get something for him. We may not be able to get a whole lot, but we get something because he still is very talented. I mean, he should have gone second in that draft. I mean, I think he was on boards to go second before all that stuff happened. I remember so he is a talented player, but again, when it comes to replacing Kyrie, the only thing that can replace Kyrie is someone of not maybe of equal talent, but someone who is a star player in the league, or at least has the potential to be a star player. Jaden Hardy is not that guy. He's still Jaden Hardy, So
his star doesn't shine as bright.
Nah, and he'll never be as good as Kyrie.
I don't think he will. And that's no disrespect to Jaden Hardy.
Yeah, that's no disrespect at all. It's just
if he became Kyrie, he way overachieved. He a second round draft pick. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. They need to find somebody to be Kyrie's replacement and probably have Kyrie play with him at least a year. You feel me? Like Dirk and Luka.
You know what I think, though, honestly? I think, like I said, with Omax, I think we need to stop over-evaluating people. I think, like I said, I think Omax is a good backup power forward. I don't think he'll be like a superstar. And I think if we said Jaden Hardy's goal at Tim Hardaway, Tim Hardaway type, then that's fine. But yeah, it's going to be hard to replace Kyrie. He's one of the most skilled players in history. So how do you replace that with a dude that was a second round pick?
And honestly, BJ, I don't see Omax.
Why did you say TSJ, man? Please.
He's just saying that level of player what we need.
Don't invoke that on us. Come on,
a flamethrower.
I know Richard.
I was just saying I don't see Omax as a power forward. I never have. He's a small forward. And people, we try to make him a power forward all we want. He's gonna fail.
That's fine
small
with me.
forward.
Let Najee be the power forward.
But that being said, I still don't think he's ready.
No, he's not. Not right now.
He's not. Not what
I mean, we'll see the preseason off if he's taking any steps. I see him. As I say, I don't trust that
back
stuff.
to Big J's point, even at small forward, I don't think he's never going to be the star that everybody thought he was going to be coming out. He's a backup player. Jeez. So if that's the case, if you can move Omax, Hardy, and Maxi Kleber for salary purposes to get somebody that is a small forward or a power forward, I think you do it.
I told you I'm not against moving Omax. Like I said, if we're gonna move Omax, I want to get somebody that's a piece, somebody that actually fits, and I'm excited to play on the team. But
I mean, think about it. They both still have value. They just don't have no salary. You're gonna have to put somebody with them.
You would use Omax to get off of Maxi Kleber.
I don't know what Quentin Grimes
and replace him with who, though?
You had to find a replacement. So my thing is what Richard said, in the perfect world, if Omax became a backup small forward, that'd be fine too. So if he was the backup small forward that came in behind Klay Thompson, and then Najee was the backup power forward, and they was him and PJ Washington there, that wouldn't make me mad either. But I don't know if Omax, like he said, ready to be that either.
That's more their skill sets, King.
Omax is weird because he's like Linky and all, but he can move around, so he could chase guys and all. I could see him doing that.
I like him, man. I think he actually turned out all right, man.
He got his offense.
He got the tools to be good. He just gotta put it together.
And those highlights in practice and stuff like that, they're always going to show you the good moves and all. You feel me? I don't take any of that stuff. People show me he did a spin move in practice. I'm like, okay. You give me 100 times, I'll do a spin move against an NBA player. You feel me? Okay, all right, he did one. So, but I got to see it in the NBA game. I don't worry about those scrimmages and practices and all that. Show me in the league. So hopefully during preseason, he gets the opportunity, one. And two, he shows out during his opportunity because he's going to be the guy. He's going to be one of the guys out there that's going to stick out if he's playing. Because I think the rest of the guys are talented enough to play. So when we see him,
Melvin is going to be a really good player. I think he's somebody that I think we got a good draft and stash. Whether he plays a two guard or the small forward, I think Melvin is going to be a really good player. He's a year away.
You think, Richard? I can tell from the way you talking. You think Melvin gonna be better than Omax, don't you?
Absolutely.
I know.
Not even close. I think he's better than Omax right now.
Gee.
That's a hot take.
It ain't that hot.
I'm sorry. Johnny B, if it is, I apologize, but I honestly feel that way, y'all. I think Melvin is good.
I don't think it's a hot take, though. And I'm not even saying I agree. I don't think it's a hot take, though, Johnny B. Is that really a hot take?
I think so. I think it's a hot take. I'm not saying that it's a wrong hot take. I'm just saying I think that it's a hot take because we don't really have nothing to base that off of, really.
We got the Summer League.
I mean,
Melvin's got some EuroLeague play too. I mean, he's not a nobody. They've got some players out there.
If I had to cut one of them and keep one, I'm keeping Omax.
I'm keeping Omax right now too, but I don't. Like I said, I don't know if Rich's hot take is that. Like, I don't think they're far from each other. Like, I wouldn't be mad if GM said, you know what, I'm running with Melvin. It ain't like I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, all right, that's crazy.
Well, this is the thing. I don't see Omax being able to play the two, and I don't see Omax playing the four. I see Melvin playing the two or the three. I don't think he's ever gonna have enough ass on him to play the four, but I think he can play the two or the three effectively, at least at a backup level, maybe more.
That's fine. Bro, you bet?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm here. All right, yeah, I'm going to put everybody backstage. We'll go ahead and hear it in the show.
Peace out, everybody. Enjoy
Appreciate you, Richard, as
Glad
always,
to have you
man.
back.
Man, see everybody. Thank y'all.
Yes, sir. And ma'am. But yeah, listen, man. Great episode. We definitely appreciate Greg stopping by, man, and gracing us with his presence, man. Out straight from Slovenia. I know it's late over there where he's from, but we definitely do appreciate him stopping by. Listen, man, if y'all are new to the channel, into all things Dallas Mavericks, man, you're in the right place. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. Join us here as we talk about all things Dallas Mavericks. And also, too, man, everybody hit that like button, too, man, and help us grow the channel, guys. See, like we said before, season almost here. So go ahead and help us by hitting that like button, man, so we can find more Mav fans like yourselves to join us here on We Talk Mavs. Also, too, if you guys want to become a member like the people you saw here on the screen, just simply hit that join button next to the subscribe button right there, guys. And also, too, if you're on an iPhone, you have to go through Safari. You got to go through the YouTube desktop version, find our channel, and hit join that way. Other than that, everybody can just simply hit that join button if you consider being a member of the channel. Also, too, man, you guys can follow me on my other channel here. Because we geek, we do have a show this weekend, man. The Venom trailer just drops. We're going to probably talk about that. Some news dropped involving the Venom trailer on a certain character in the trailer. We're going to probably end up talking about that, too. So you guys can join us over there, man, as we talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. Still trying to get to our second goal of first 500, man. Still a young channel. We definitely would appreciate, man, the subscriptions from you guys to help us get to that goal. Also, too, man, follow these guys here. Yes, sir, guys. Follow Jay and Will, man. Jay and Will podcast here on YouTube. If you're into all NFL talk, just like how me and King do the Mavericks, they do the NFL. So you guys can follow them on there, help them grow their channel. They used to work with us here on Glow Sun. Well, they worked with us here on Glow Sun Production, but we all started to get our own channel. So they're still trying to get that channel up and going, guys. They do pregame shows every Sunday morning. They also will do other football related topics too and stuff throughout the week, but they definitely do pregame shows to get ready for the football games to start every Sunday morning, guys. So you guys can go over there and join them. Jay and Will podcast, the letter J and Will podcast on YouTube, guys. Is there anything else I'm missing, Kenny?
Share more, share, y'all. Liking is equivalent of a share. on our way to our 5th goal of 3K. Once we get there, we have a giveaway for a member. We'll be giving away swingman jerseys then at 5K, and then from 10K on we're giving away authentic jerseys. So that's the plan here, guys. Help us get there, and we appreciate you. Thanks to Greg as well, like Ralph said. But go Mavs, man. Let's go. Oh, join me as well for We Talk Kayfabe tonight, 8:00. Playback, Glow Sun Production. Check us out there. Check me out there. We'll be there. Me and a couple guys. We always have fun. Smack.
And King said, join him on this.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Listen, man, with all that being said, guys, we will be back here on Tuesday, guys. You already know how we do it. For another episode of We Talk Mavs, man. We talk Dallas Mavs from a fan's perspective, guys. So we will see you here on Tuesday. Same Mav time, same Mav channel. Go Mavs. And we out.